Hello everyone. So in this video, let's discuss about the Azure Databricks architecture. Okay. Databricks is a industry leading, that is a cloud-based data engineering tool used for processing and transforming a massive quantities of data and exploring the data through a machine learning models. Okay. So this Databricks is added to the Azure, right? So it is the latest big data tool for the Microsoft cloud. Okay, so we are combining this Azure and all the capabilities of the Databricks, which forming the Azure Databricks. Okay, so it is a managed first-party Azure service, and it has the transparency how we deploy the Databricks workspace in the clusters in the customer subscription. It provides the security, that is, it natively integrates with the Azure Active Directory and provides the role-based Active Directory and unified billing. Okay, here just pay for what you use via through Azure subscription. Okay, so when we discuss about the Azure Databricks architecture, okay, so okay, this is what the architecture, this is how it looks. Okay, and so here you can see like we have all this data which is coming from the various sources. Okay, so whether it's a business applications, then we custom apps or sensors or devices, or it could be any data, whether structure, semi-structure, or any type of data which is being these are the various sources from where we are receiving the data, right? So here you can see, so let's see like where this Azure Databricks stands, right? So here we have a different layers, right? So when we talk about um, the entire process. Okay, so how it's the entire pipeline. Okay, so starting from the collecting the sources and getting through the insights. Okay, so through the data is what the entire flow is. Okay, so starting with the ingesting of the data. Okay, so data factory of course helps in ingesting the data. Okay, right? So where it loads the raw batch data into the data lake storage, right? Here we have a data lake which is very famous, and a storage option available in the Azure, right? So we have an ingest layer. Okay, so even the data factory provides data movement, of course, pipelines and the orchestration. So apart from the data factory, even we have a Kafka and event hub, IT hub. Okay, so are the different ways how we can just ingest the data which is receiving from the various sources, right? So of course the data is stored under the blobs data lake, right? So next, so Azure Databricks, okay, so comes here. Okay, so for the data storage, okay, so again we have different options, right? Data lake storage houses data of all types, okay, such as structure, semi-structured, or semi-structured. Okay, it also stores the batch and streaming data, okay. And even next, even the delta lake forms the curated layer of the data lake. Okay, it stores the refined data in the open source format. Okay, so these are some of the details, okay, which we'll discuss. Okay, so in the other sections. Okay, so under the preparation and the train we have data bricks. Okay, where it manages all these computations, right? So where we can prepare the data, we can train, right? So all this, okay, so we can just perform in the data bricks, right? So of course we have integration with the machine learning, right? So where even the this manages the parameters, metric, model tracking, right? So all these things can be done with the help of this which is integrated with the machine learning. So next is model and the serve, right? So all the clean data can be stored under the SQL database or under the warehouse, right? So which you even call as Synapse now, right? Or Cosmo DB, right? So you finally we can just go for the send the data. We can just grab the data from this resources, right? So to for the analysis, right? There is the analytical platforms. Okay, so it could be for operational reports on analytical dashboards, right? So this is what the entire architecture of this Azure Databricks. It's very simple, right? So starting with the ingest. Okay, so we have a store, then we have a preparation and the train, then we have a model and the serve, and finally the intelligence. This is what our final output is, right? So of course we are to get the insights about the data, right? So to create a product or any such, of course we are doing this all the steps, right? So this is what our final output is. Okay, so this is all about the Azure Databricks. I hope you understood. Okay, so let's continue our discussion in the next video.